Well, I think Virgo, obviously with the Two of Cups in the center of the reading, this is about a love relationship, a partnership. Maybe not a love relationship, it typically is, but can be maybe a business partnership where um, where you jive and work really well with another individual. But for most of you, I think this is more home and family and love related. It kind of looks like there's some fighting, arguing going on at home, possibly with a water sign, because I do have the Queen of Cups, so this could be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But I also have strength, so it can be a Leo. Uh, yeah, a Leo. And what's interesting is we have two tens. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. It's almost like something that we've built with another individual is coming to completion, coming to a close. Obviously, that requiring a great deal of strength, making us highly emotional or more emotional than what we would normally be. And needing to make a decision about this partnership. What is it going to look like? Because I kind of feel like you need to work with this individual. Maybe you have children together, or maybe you have some type of family connections or ties together that it's just hard to completely walk away from. So I kind of feel like now, in the month of November, we're trying to figure out, okay, how can we make this work where there's less arguing, there's less back and forth, and there's more cooperation. I want to say for some of you too, love in general has been a rocky road. It may be that your home life has been interfering with your love life. It can be that you've been focusing on building financial wealth and not really paying attention to love. And I think in the month of November, this is a month in which you are realizing that that needs to be a focus. Maybe if you're single, you've been feeling as though, love isn't something you necessarily need. But I want to say by the middle of this month, you may be meeting somebody who um, changes that for you, or changes that perception for you of love. Or it can just be that you're realizing you want more than just, financial. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling with this card, the Ten of Pentacles, it's almost like building wealth together with somebody, or building it independently if you're single, but realizing that that's not where it's at. It's more about the emotions. It's more about what connections you have with other individuals. Mm. Sigh, foe, and letter. So again, for some of you, it's about needing to. I'm feeling a strong, like, realization or understanding that love plays a very important role in your life. But for others of you, this can be about leaving, or you've already left a partnership or a relationship, but somehow this connection with this person is still affecting your day-to-day, and it's affecting your home. And I feel like there's a fight or a battle going on with this individual. There's some type of communication that you're receiving that maybe you're not too happy with, or what have you. Let's look at the Five of Pentacles. Or, I'm sorry, the Five of Wands. I want to see what this is about. Hope, journey, and enemy. Gosh, this is so confusing. because we have the Two of Cups. So it's almost like and there's a secret here with the Room card. I almost feel like somebody is disappointed in the failure of a home or the failure of a family dynamic. And there's a lot of quarreling between you and that person because of it. But it's honestly, um, I think you made a strong investment maybe in this, but you've moved on from it. But this person hasn't moved on. And you're having to work with this person or deal with this person in some capacity. Let me look at the Two of Wands. Service, conversation, and waiting. Two of Wands. You're waiting on a decision. You're waiting on what you should do. You're waiting on, you're giving, I want to say you're giving this person an opportunity to communicate. You're giving this person an opportunity to, I think you're trying to work it out as best you can with this individual. But at the end of the day, you're waiting for something. You're waiting for a change. You're waiting for, you got to make a choice. You got to do something. So it's like you're waiting for this person to make the right choice. Otherwise, you got to make the choice for them. I know that sounds weird. And it's almost like through conversations you're having with this individual, you're understanding what actions you need to take to proceed. Messenger, surprise, and merchant on the Ten of Swords. Somebody's surprising you with something that it's an ending, a contract ending, a relationship ending. But it's the messenger is like a formal message coming. So it's something that you're going to be receiving. On the Strength card, we have love, sorrow, and joyfulness. So it's like, I don't know, something brings you initial sadness, maybe the ending of a love or ending of a romance, but ultimately it brings you joy. Let me look at Queen of Cups here. Thought, priest, and house. I think you're very focused on your home. I think you're very focused on being the best and being present in the home. I see a strong focus for you on home this month. We have the Four of Wands over here too. So I know it sounds confusing, and I'm a bit confused myself, to be honest with you. Maybe for those where this message applies, you can understand it a little bit better, but I almost feel like you're going through something where something has ended. Somebody's maybe not let go. There's still some conflict. You're trying to wait for this person to work with you, but if they don't, you'll do what you got to do. But this situation is affecting your home life. And at this point, you're really considering your options. And it's almost like you've got to control your emotions in this situation too and think more objectively. Try your best to not let this person get to you. And for some of you, this could be an ending of a marriage, an ending of a relationship that there's been conflict for so long and it just needs to end. Ultimately, it's leading to your happiness. And the Strength card is the overall energy is saying you have the strength to move forward. You have what it takes to overcome the challenges you are currently facing. Okay? My single Virgos, I feel like, because we have the Three of Swords right above the Queen of Pentacles, which is you in the reading. You're still dealing with some kind of heartbreak or heartache or some type of attachment, unhealthy, toxic attachment. And I don't think it's love per se, but I think it's more, or not, it's obviously not love if it's unhealthy and toxic, but what I mean is, it's not that you feel like you still have emotions for that person, but I think it's more about there's a strong control factor here because we have the Emperor above the Devil. So it's like this person's very controlling, very dominating, very aggressive, and they just don't know when to take no as an answer. And I feel like this is someone that maybe it could be a Scorpio because we have the Death card. They're coming and they're presenting their love. They're wanting to make an offer to you. But I'm not sure that that's something you want to do. But you may feel pressured to do it because they're so dominating. I think you want to look at other options. You're kind of turning your back to this Knight of Cups. So it's like, I'm not really sure about this. I don't really want this. This leads to heartbreak. This can be someone you've already been with before, or this could be someone completely new that's just very aggressive. But sometimes the Devil card can mean like great sex. But in this particular situation, being that it's between the Three of Swords and the Emperor, this is toxicity all the way. This is like somebody who's very controlling, aggressive, everything's their way, and they'll break your heart. They don't care in order to get what they want. They're a user, I feel. So if this is somebody you already know, obviously, I wouldn't venture down this road again, and I don't think you will because I see you kind of turning your back to this offer. If this is somebody new, don't be afraid to say no. They may be a little aggressive. You need to stand your ground and let this person know no means no. I'm not interested, and I think you certainly will. If this is somebody new, I feel like there is still some heartbreak or heartache that you're dealing with from someone from your past. For some of you, it's just as simple as, look, you've had a really hard past. You've had a situation where somebody was very controlling or aggressive. It's caused a lot of heartbreak for you. And you have to work on, in the month of November, letting that go and transforming your idea of love so that you can accept love and allow it to come in. Let me use the oracle cards here, and we'll see what other messages come up here. I want to look at the Three of Swords. Yeah. So there was someone that you trusted, a friend, somebody that you trust, that took advantage of your trust. Virgo, please be careful this month, okay? If you're going out on dates, or if you are meeting up with friends, and there's somebody you trust in the group, I would say they may try to take advantage of you. Don't overdrink this month. Don't go out and do anything frivolous. And I don't know. I just have this feeling, guys, and I know that sounds terrible, and I'm sorry, but I'm just being honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. Heartbreak and heartache for Virgo if you don't listen to your gut and just trust somebody. You just go with trusting somebody. That leads to heartbreak. And I think for some of you, if this is someone from the past, this is somebody you ultimately, maybe you had a friendship with that was long gone. You know what I mean? It's been shot out of the water. There's no way you're returning to that. Their haughtiness and arrogance and cockiness is just gotta go. Let's look at the Devil card. Yeah, look, they're wanting something new. They're coming back saying, oh, I can help you out. We could work together. Letter and baby. They want something new with you. They're trying to keep you held in this position. Knight of Cups. Pleasure seekers. They don't have anything substantial to offer you, but they're lying when they say that they do. They're just pleasure seekers. They're not really out for love. This could be someone new or, again, somebody you already know. Okay? So let's go ahead and look at what's going on for my coupled Virgos. Sorry, guys. I wish I had a better message. But now you know what to look out for. Transform your idea of love. Transform what you look for in love. This may be a test of whether or not you've gone through the work with this offer coming in. But ships are coming in for you. Okay? As long as you trust and believe in yourself, in love, and what you're worth. I say that so many times in all my readings, but it's so true. At the end of the day, you get what you put out. Right? Alright, so my coupled Virgos, this is actually a very good reading. It's very positive. It looks like on the money front, on the home front, it looks like things are very positive, things are flourishing. I see you spending a lot of time with family, and not just your immediate family, but I want to say aunts, uncles, grandparents, things of that nature. And I don't see it just for just because of Thanksgiving per se, if you're in America, but rather than it's more of just finding a lot of opportunities to get together and spend time with one another. This ultimately is a month where you and your partner are celebrating your happiness, celebrating your family. This is a month where, with the Magician card, you can really manifest a very, very positive home life for yourself. Now, what's interesting is we have Justice and then we have the Ace of Swords. So I want to say by the end of November, you might be dealing with a hard truth, or you may be dealing with a legal matter where it comes to an end, but it's fair and it's equal and it's 50-50. I want to say too, for some of you, it may be that you or your partner may be a Libra, are making a sacrifice for one another. But it's out of love. And it's not seen as a sacrifice. It's seen as something done out of love, which is beautiful, to have that kind of connection with your partner. Let me look a little bit further. I want to look at the Magician. Well, something's telling me to look at the Sun, so I'm going to look at the Sun first. Let's look at the Sun. Keep telling me to look at the Sun. Okay, sweetheart, old woman, and foe. Sweetheart, old woman, and foe. I want to say for some of you, I see you returning to your childhood home in the month of November. And I think that there may be some conflict between you and, not you, but maybe some conflict between your parent or a family member of yours and your partner. Or maybe there's something about it where you just don't think they're going to get along. And it's in this month where you're attending family events that either relationships are healed, because you're kind of playing the magician here. I think you're the mediator, honestly. And I think you kind of bring everybody together in this. And I know typically Virgos aren't known to do that, but they are the healers. And I guess actually they are known to do that, right? Heal relationships or heal complex situations, they're good at that. So I think that that's what you're doing